Hello friends, my name is Pratibha Rai and I am going to present my final project for this course. The project is based on the life story health analysis. For this project, I analyzed a few data sets that included mass spectrometry images, data, and various patients' health record. For this analysis, I used the dataset provided from the research done by the previous group of the students in term A. Today I am going to cover these topics. I will talk about consumer health analysis, peptides, and some prediction models. And after that, I will show you our Shiny demo and we will discuss some conclusion as well. The key objective of the project was to take forward the previous analysis and developed an R-Shiny interactive dashboard to present the analysis result. Since the previous group focused on consumer health analysis, I continue the analysis further and created interactive dashboard. I also focused on the peptide analysis and built machine learning models to predict potential modification in peptide. I will show the working model later in presentation. Another goal is this project was to compare the mass spectrometry images of various patients and developed a process to identify visual difference between images. For this project, the entire application is built using R programming. I mostly use the R Studio and R Shiny for work. As you can see the below, I use several R packages like Shiny, Shiny Dashboard, Deployer, ggplot, etc. for this project. I will use R Shiny dashboard to show the result of my analysis as well as demo the working dashboard. So let's start. Here is my R code. It is almost 500 line of code. Now to run the app, I click on the run app icon here. So dashboard has come up. As can we see, this is a dashboard. I primarily divided the entire project in three segments: health and consumer analysis, peptide analysis, mass spectrometry analysis, and each segment has a multiple tab in it. As you can see here, I will briefly go over each of the tab items. So let's discuss health and consumer analysis. This dashboard has been generated by analyzing the patient record from health and consumer data, and this is the raw data tab added on the dashboard for the exploratory analysis. Once who is interested to exploring the original data can run and search the browse through the dataset right from the Shiny dashboard. For example, if I write any patient ID, I can see the all information about the patient. I can also search the information by column like 474. We can see the information according to zip code. Next tab is consumer health analysis. The dashboard has been generated by analyzing the patient record from health and consumer dataset. Most of analysis and visualization is extension of the work done by the group term A. Dashboard allow to dynamically select the age group for which one may need to see the statistics. Once selected, the various summary statistics are displayed based on the aggregate patient data. For example, if I change the range, all plots change. For the analysis, it can be seen the large segmentation of the patient between 33 to 37 years old. And the another statistic that we can see that the Tampax is the most popular brand, followed by the Playtex and Kotex. We can also see almost 75% 5% of women are not using the birth control. The analysis of the hemoglobin subunit alpha modification count reveals that there is almost an equal percentage of modification of each type 1 to 4 across the various patient. I found this is very interesting and it has a lot of information about patient. I realized that one can easily create a 360-degree view of patient on a single dashboard. I played around with it, but since it wasn't in scope and I building this all by myself, I didn't have enough time to create that. However, I did find the idea very interesting. The next dashboard has detailed peptide analysis. First, let take a look the raw data, which shows the peptide information. I use this data set to analyze the peptide based on the given features and developed a machine learning model to predict the modification type. Similar to what I showed earlier, one can play around with the raw data and apply the various features for data exploration. On the next tab, the analysis of the data distribution of various features. After exploring the dataset, I created the histogram and box plot to understand the distribution of several features. This is an option to choose feature. By using it, we can select features and see the histogram and box plot for this. For example, if I selected observe retention time, this is the histogram and box plot for the observed retention time. And similarly, by using the dashboard, we can analyze the data distribution for the all other elements as well. After analyzing the data distribution, my goal was to find the relationship between the various features by using the correlation matrix and linear plots. The first plot is correlation matrix plot. It shows the correlation between the various features. Peptide length has a strong relation with observed mass and charge. Observed mass also have a strong relation with charge. We can say there is not much relation between the observed retention time and peptide length. After analyzing the relationship between the features, the next step was building a predictive model. So next is predictive model. This dashboard page can be used to predict the modification in peptide based on the set of the feature indicated below. The dashboard is attached from the random forest based predictive model behind the scene that can predict the peptide modification type based on the observed mass, observed retention time, observed MJ, charge, and intensity. I experimented with decision tree, random forest, and supporting vector machine method for building a predictive model to predict the modification type based on these features. Uh, but based on my experiment, random forest worked best for the analysis. So in this application this application is based on the random forest method. The model is fully integrated into the Shiny app itself. The user can provide the value for uh, these features and can predict the type of modification. For example, if I provide the value of observed mass, retention time, observed MZ, charge, and assign intensity, and click on the predict, we can see the type of the modification is oxidation. So that we can Predict the type of modification. The model accuracy is between 62% to 65%. Current data that we have has only 2000 samples. I believe the model can further be improved by using the larger data sets or sample sizes. The next analysis is the mass spectrometry analysis. The goal of this analysis was to visually inspect some of the images and identify the difference between them. In addition, I also developed a process where one can overlay the images on top of the each other for easy comparison. There are the two tabs on the dashboard: manual comparison and automated comparison. First tab has the plot shows the protein analysis of the patient based on the total ions count and retention time. Here I manually compare the various plot to understand the pattern of the retention time and intensity. I highlighted the various points, peaks, outliers, and area where the plot differ significantly from each other. We can see the plot 1 and plot 2 are almost similar to each other, and the plot 4 is totally different from the other's plot. The spikes gradually increase after just 10 minutes and reach at its peak at 29 minutes, and after that it gradually decreases. Similarly, this plot is a little bit different from the others two plots. There are the few spikes in starting, and towards the end there is a gradually decreasing. The TIC count is high at the 26 minutes of the retention and its peak is flat. The next step is automated comparison. I created a dynamic dashboard where the user can provide their own images and compare the output with reference image. So let's say if someone want to compare the spectrometry image of a sick patient with that of the healthy patient, such an analysis can be useful. The idea is that the two images are overlaid on top of each other, making the comparison process relatively easy and fairly automated. For example, if provide the path of the image and click on the compare, the plot, the new plot is overlaid by the reference plot. And looking at this, we can say that the intensity is high between 28 to 29 minutes retention time, and also we can observe the straightforward differences between the various peaks and outliers in the both images. There is also another option. For example, if I choose the, I give the path for the first image and path for the second image and click on the compare, we can see uh, the superimposed image. This is an option. This option may be useful for someone wants to compare the spectrometry images of patient before and after the medication to identify the potential changes. Using this option, the analyst can provide the path of two images, and applications will superimpose those on top of each other of for easy visual comparison. Next is conclusion. I visualized the data on the R-Shiny dashboard and it was easy to me connect and compare the information. I can say that R-Shiny dashboard is a useful tool to collect all information. Analysis result in a single place for reporting. I analyze the all information about the patient based on age, birth control, hemoglobin counts, etc. So this information about patient along with peptide details can be combined to generate 360-degree view for identify the patterns that can help in medical professions to diagnose the disease. In this project, peptide sheets have a different patient ID from the health consumer patient, so there is no way to connect the data. If we can connect the data sets, then the combined information would be much more useful in healthcare. Based on the analysis, we can say that peptide modification type can be predict based on the set of features like observed mass, charge, retention time, or assign intensity, etc. There are the few challenges that I faced during the analysis. It was challenging to get insight from analysis due to the lack of expertise in the health industry. The images of mass spectrometry indicate a lot of information related to the patient's protein, but I don't have a lot of background in healthcare. I can't say with certainty what these patterns indicate. However, the analysis of such patterns may potentially provide key insight into the health of a person. Another challenge was the data set size was relatively small to develop the machine learning models. Having said that, it was a really interesting project where I saw the opportunity to integrate the all my analytical skills, data analysis, data mining, visualization, documentation, etc. It was a very interesting project and hope you find that dashboard useful. Thanks a lot for your time and do let me know if you have any question.